How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This will be a little bit different. This is not a continuation of the vlogs as we currently know them. This isn't a part of chapter 3 by any stretch of the imagination. Hi, Stella. But obviously with my current condition, with my back and the pain that I'm just learning to cope with and manage and all of that, I'm not filming as much as I normally would or want to do in a situation where I have this amount of free time on my hands. A lot of this time is being spent resting and recuperating, obviously. Maybe not as much as I should be, but I am only human and my work ethic needs to be honored. So I found myself looking back at some of my older videos when it came to my van, and I thought it might be fun to just put together a little bit of a long play of some of the series videos from my channel. So there are a couple stretch of videos, I should say, that sort of tell one overarching story and sort of go together. I used to have them in playlists when the channel was newer. I've since removed those playlists, and those videos are still there to be watched in their entirety in the shortened down versions. I needed something to sort of keep myself busy, and I wanted to share some of my more important and favorite episodes from my van life channel near the beginning. These, well, the ones that we're starting with are absolutely some of my favorite videos. They're what I called Stella's Back. No, that's not what I called them. Come here, you crazy cat. So rude. I called it my farewell series, and they were the 5 episodes leading up to me moving into my van full time. If you don't know, when I was building my van, I had moved back in with my parents and I was on EI because I had lost my job. So I spent the spring, summer, and fall building my van in the back alley of my childhood home and in the garage as well. So this series of videos sort of showcases those final moments at that home, because my parents actually retired right around the same time, and they moved to BC and I helped move them there, and that's where my little brother lives as well. So it was this interesting time in my life where everything was coming to a head at once, and I knew I wanted to capture it on film for myself to watch later down the road and for my daughter to be able to see when she is older as well. So I've edited it down, I've trimmed some of it down. The first episode of that series I don't even include because it's about a 25-minute retrospective of me just hanging out in the house with no furniture in it, talking about stuff in my life. If you want to go watch that, you absolutely can. I'll put a link to it right here if I remember to. Maybe it's over here. I can't remember where cards go. So I've removed that one completely, and I've trimmed out obviously my outros from the videos where I did them, and I've cut out the title cards, and I've sort of put this together as one long play of my farewell series. So I thought it'd be fun to take a look back and see the beginning of my van life journey. I hope you enjoy it. All right, so that is it for now. It's my last night in the driveway. We're gonna plug the van in so the batteries are all nice and topped up. I'm gonna go have a shower, which will be my last time to shower at this Sticks and Bricks forever. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night because I gotta get on the road early, because I don't think the highway from Calgary to Golden is going to be open the entire way. They're doing construction till like the beginning of December or something. So that's going to add a good old hour to our trip for sure. So I will see you all in the morning. Okay. So it is now morning of the absolute last day that we will be here. The place is a lot more empty than it was when I did my little, I guess, I don't know, tribute video to the place. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for Mom and Dad to get here from the hotel. I'm gonna grab these last few coolers to put in Mom's car, and then we will be out of here, and that will be it. It's still feels the same. I did get a little emotional the other day when I had my daughter here, and if you're new, she's very young. She's like 17 months old, and we were leaving. We were gonna go over to the hotel to say bye to Grandma and Grandpa one more time till she can see them again, hopefully next month sometime. And I just kind of took her out into the backyard, and we sat in the leaves, and I took some photos of us, and it was like, it'll be like that last photo that I took of you at Grandma and Grandpa's old house. That got to me. And it's funny because out of all of the humans that have ever lived or passed through the doors of this house, lived in this house or passed through its doors, she's the lowest ranking officer on that tree. But there's that emotional connection that I was talking about, or that emotional response that I was talking about in my previous video. So that's okay though. It's all good. So yeah, we will wait for the parents to get here, pack it up, and then back to BC. So let's hope that's not a sign of things to come for today. I've said it before on my channel, my grandfather always used to say, and I know he wasn't the first person to say it or anything, but he was the first person to say it to me, red sky in morning, sailors take warning, usually means crappy weather. Which is kind of funny because it's really pretty. I mean, it kind of looks like the sky's on fire, but ooh, yep. This is where the van got built for the majority. Seeing this garage like this, wow. Bye, house. Thanks for everything. You took a baton twirling lesson? One.
Six.
One baton twirling lesson.
That they didn't like my baton that mom and dad bought me. I didn't go back.
That must be where I get it from.
I was 6.
We got ourselves a convoy. That car has to stay here though. We'll come back and get it later. Well, so again, this is a morning of hodgepodge footage, but here we go. Mom in the back, dad in the white truck. Merc's got to stay here. I think dad's coming back to get it. And me in the house. So, well, here's our new travel companion. How you doing, Penny? You ready to go? She's got 0 attachments to places. That's it. One final look at the house. Looking good. All right, well, not too long ago, I did a whole drive to BC video, so that's not on the agenda for today. Maybe when we make odd stops here and there, but other than that, we will see you guys in BC. And we're in BC. Wouldn't you know it? 4 minutes late for the ferry. It's always, not always, but when you're coming this way on the Trans-Canada, you have to kind of time it right in terms of like bathroom breaks and whether or not you're going to stop in Golden or Revelstoke, because the ferry on this side of the lake always leaves at the top of the hour. So anyways, got into that mode. I was like, I can make it. We didn't make it. And it's just lovely weather out here. It's actually really nice and refreshing. Again, we're just back into BC, so the temperature has gone right up. It's been like -4, -5 degrees Celsius in Calgary the last couple nights. It's going to be 6 degrees, +6 degrees Celsius here tonight. I'll take it. So we're just going for a little bit of a walk because we got some time to kill. Figured I'd come take a look at the lake and rinse myself off, apparently. This is a long haul because unlike the last time I did this, which was just last weekend, that was the long weekend, the Thanksgiving long weekend, and they had the entire highway open like normal, but they're actually doing construction just east of Golden on the Trans-Canada Highway right now. So it's shut down. So you have to take a detour south through a very awesome little mountain town known as Radium Hot Springs. I didn't get any footage this time. I will definitely grab some when Lindsay and I come back at the end of the month, because that construction is going to be going on till December 1st. It's a beautiful drive. I've done it, I think, twice in my life, and I was much younger, so I don't really remember it. So that was great, because it wasn't raining at that point. So it's just the scenery was awesome. And when you come into Radium, you'll see down the line. But it adds like a good hour to the drive, which is already long because I can't drive at full speed because of the U-Haul trailer, right? So yeah, we're going to be getting to Sanctuary, my brother's place. I don't know, 5 o'clock their time maybe at this point. We're going to be getting on the 4 o'clock ferry. Now it'll be more like 5:36. And if we stop at the coffee shop to say hi, that's going to add some time. Wow. I mean, can you look how low the clouds are? That is so cool how it fades off into the distance there. I used to do this quite a lot when I was a kid, and we'd come and have this trip. And if we would get stopped here, you'd come up here, you'd come down this little pathway past the washrooms. And there's picnic tables and stuff in there, and you can come up here and see the lake. And I haven't actually done that in a long time because I've always timed it right, I guess. Oh. Yeah, that's an awesome sight. So yeah, the ferry buggered off that way. Bye. It's kind of cool. I've been thinking on the drive, like about a whole bunch of video ideas that I want to do for content and stuff, talking about the van and this, that, and the other thing. So I'm really excited to start that. But I'm also in no rush to get to it. Like, I'm just trying to enjoy all of this, because this, while it's a lot of work with the move and everything, it's also kind of like a once in a lifetime thing. And when it's done, my entire family will be a province away from me, right? A good 6-7 hour drive away, which will be a first for me. And that will take some adjusting, I'm sure. So I'm just trying to enjoy the here and now, but it's hard to not just let my mind wander. It's kind of nice. That's the only problem out here, getting all this footage that I know I'm going to put music to and look really neat, but I'm getting all wet because it's raining. You know, if I was a smart man, I'd have my rain jacket, but I can't find it. It's in the van somewhere, but that thing is so packed. Stand out here in the rain, making jokes about the cars. Excuse me. You're on my seat. And I left the lights on. No, I left my keys in the ignition. That's even worse. Hello? Where's your sister? Stella. This is no big deal. This is the second time in 2 weeks I've done this trip. Oh, who could let you out of your cage? Hi. But did you see my hair in that last clip? And even now, calm down. But yeah, I wasn't gonna film because we just did this, but I loved how I loved the stark contrast of that a week made. And it's not even that it's a week, it's just that it happens to be rainy and cloudy today. But the mountains just look so cool. It doesn't matter if it's clear blue skies. It doesn't matter if it's clear blue skies or overcast and crummy and rainy. Man, they look epic. Morning. It's too dark in here. My thought was I was going to wake up this morning and just tackle a project before anything else. I'm currently in BC at Sanctuary, which is my little brother's house. Close to the town of Nakusp, British Columbia. And yeah, I got these lights here off Amazon. This is the brand, and they're just these little sort of disc or puck lights. There's 6 of them, and I wanted to get them installed. I'm thinking probably 4 here, sort of in my kitchen area, and then 2 back there above the bed. And it'd be super simple. I'm just going to route the power right to my circuit breaker, or not circuit breaker, fuse box that is behind the driver's seat. The lights come with their own switch and everything, and then we'll have much better lighting in here because this is, well, spooky at the very least. Sorry, the clicking is my diesel heater. Oh, I still need to do the diesel heater video. It's hard to think about doing the diesel heater video because it's kind of in a position where it's easier to see if my bed is in the couch formation. And right now, I don't think you can see. I mean, it's pretty dark, but there is so much stuff under the bed that I can't close it up. So I'll get there. I get there eventually. But yeah, I definitely want to get those lights installed today, but I just realized I don't have the proper ring terminals to attach them to my fuse box. So I need to go into town, and hopefully the hardware store has those, but that's not a thing right now. It's still really early. The U-Haul trailer is still attached to the van. We just finished unloading the U-Haul all the way up there. Unloaded the truck. Working on Mom's Buick, which is around the corner right now. This is supposed to be a big surprise for Byron, but he's at work right now. But I ripped this out of the garage for him. And you probably saw in the previous video, it was all mine and Byron's heights throughout the year. Figured he'd like to have that here. He can mount it somewhere in his garage. And maybe we can start doing Brooklyn on it. Next time she's here, she'll be like, well, by the time she comes here next, she'll probably be like there. But still, I don't know. Hopefully he likes it. That, or he's just going to be like, oh, good, another piece of firewood. I doubt it, though, knowing him. And I figure since we're putting stuff away and we're still at the property, why not get that obligatory shot of the mountain with the low-hanging clouds. Remember when we walked through that garden in the summertime in like my second sanctuary video? It was all green. Look at it now. I cannot get over these colors. Oh, man. What a beautiful time of year to be out here. And then a U-Haul trailer, but whatever. We're at the landfill in Newcastle looking at the materials not accepted in this facility. I'm not sure you can read it. It says loads that are smoldering or on fire. So that's just creating some imagery. So up at the dump here, Byron has a shed full of garbage. I guess they're too busy to take their garbage to the dumps over here. But it's the dump and it's still just as beautiful as everywhere else. I mean, except for maybe down here. But the background though. And I think those are the ones that we need to do some lights. Apparently there's a nice little boardwalk down here in Newcastle that I've never been on. And yep, they're not lying. Wow.
And it goes all the way to the covered beach that way. And there are stairs. Oh, there, right there. You want to go down the stairs to the
Oh, right down. Oh, yeah.
right here.
Oh, right here. Yes. Oh yes, there's stairs down, but it's like they don't really want you going. You see like very short steps. Maybe perfect for Brooklyn. She's way up there. Don't fall down. Three.
Oh, here's a good one. Oh, no.
Right. Now I gotta climb back up these darn steps. But are you kidding me? Hello? Yeah, I know. I know. Hey, Brooklyn, if you're watching, hopefully I've made you do these a couple times. Okay, so we're back in the van. I've got all the lights laid out here, and we've got, whoops, the little connectors that we got at the hardware store. So what we have to do, this always makes me nervous, is we got to cut the power supply brick off and then figure out which one of these little wires is our negative and which one is positive, and connect that to the fuse box with the connectors that we bought. And then the rest of this is sort of self-explanatory. We've got the 6, I guess we'll call them pot lights. They are all connected to these little like control units that are then wired into the switch as I'm dropping stuff on the floor. And then that is actually run into this little white control unit, which will allow me to use the remote control and then change the dimness as well. I'm pretty sure I could circumvent this if I didn't want to use the remote control. I could also wire these to a better switch if I wanted. For now, I'm just going to leave it the way it came in the box and use this switch and use the remote. Later down the line, if I get like a wall panel switch unit, then I'll rewire it all. That sounds like a lot of work, but it actually should be quite simple. But for now, we're just going to make this work. All right, so great success. We got those 3 on, the other 3 aren't on because they're not plugged in. But this was super cool. I figured maybe I'll kind of show you real quick what I did here. These are the connections. So this up here is the top, that's the negative, and this is the positive. And I put a 10 amp fuse in because these are rated to maximum 6 amps, so that should be good. And yeah, I just stripped the wires after cutting off this. And then it was just a matter of trial and error and just touching the wires to the positive and the negative to figure out which was which. When the lights came on, I knew I was right, and I attached the positive. What I'll probably do for the negative is maybe wrap the top of this little blue connector with some electrician's tape, just in case I have to take it off and then the wires fall down and they get all mixed up. Then I'll know, oh, this one is the negative one with the tape on it, because they're both just black wires, right? Because that's not something you usually have to worry about when you plug into a wall. It's all kind of done for you. So now we're gonna route this wire kind of up here, just dropping stuff all over the floor. I don't know what these modes do. Oh yeah, like when do you need this? What else we got for modes? Oh good, total seizure. Oh, well that's even worse. I don't know why I would need any of this. Where's normal? Oh my gosh. How do I get back to normal? Oh, how many modes is that? I'll have to count that out later. Okay, anyway, now the plan is I'm gonna try and wire and string these all up. Not wire, but string them all up behind this cabinet. And then I think I want like one here, one there, one here, one kind of over the door, and then the other 2 will be back there over the bed. Not really gonna worry about any lighting over here right now. And that will, I think, give me the best use of these lights, but that's why I'm just gonna string them up. They come with little self-adhesive sticky backings and screws, so you can use either or. I think I'll end up using both. Yeah, let's watch me try to figure this out. That lighting is much better. Those things were super easy to put up. I say super easy, but I've got wires and stuff still hanging out from everywhere, which I gotta tidy up. And I got wires. I had to put them up here, so I had to take these screws out. And then you got wires running up along the headliner there. But hey, man, we've got more light in here, and that's a huge difference. And super cool. I've only screwed this one in. The rest are just with the adhesive pads, so we'll see how they hold up. They're super simple. They just screw off here. Like this whole little lens diffuser part comes right off, and then you can screw in and then reattach that. But we'll see. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that, the way it is for now, and just tidy up all these jank little wires I have hanging down here and there and whatnot. But other than that, I'm glad to have finally gotten those up. I've had those for a while. I used my birthday money from my aunt and uncle to purchase them, so thank you very much. We now have way better interior lighting, and this thing can go back to just being the movie review light. Now that it's all like lit up like this, it's starting to feel more like a home, and that is awesome. I just had a cool thought. Let's get this, I turned the lights off. Let's get this all sort of set up for how I do my movie reviews and see if the two lights that I put back here, I mean, I know they're gonna make a difference, but I'm curious to see how much of a difference they're gonna make. The house is a mess right now. Like, I've still got a whole bunch of stuff in here that's not supposed to be in here and whatnot. It's just like playing musical junk. Move it from one place in the van to the next just so it's out of my way depending on where I want to be. Okay, so that's where that would be for the movie reviews. And then I would open this and we bring this light over here. How do I do this? Can you tell I've been busy with van stuff and moving, and I haven't done a movie review in a while. At this point, the last one I did was Peanut Butter Falcon Retro Review. Okay, so there's that. Now, oh, you can see them. Oh, that's too bad. It's gonna be obnoxious. They're not that bad. I'm gonna have to figure out this though. Oh no, do I have to even them out just for this? Is it gonna drive me crazy? This one should come a little bit more this way, or that one. That one can't really go that way. So yeah, this one has to come that way. How is it? Oh, there's lots of shadows though. But this is how I usually do my movie reviews. So I'm either going to move that light. Oh, I'm gonna have to put more electrician's tape here so we can't see that. Which wouldn't be the worst thing because that always bugs me. Every time I'm editing my movie reviews is that I can see the, I guess the MDF part of that board that didn't get painted white. But if I hit it with some little bit more electrician's tape right there, it'll just be black and it'll be nonchalant. Or just put my head in the way. Sliding gets a solid 9 out of 10 from me. Ah, see? This is where Mom and Dad live now. They don't need a house, they can just live in here, right?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
We got food now.
It's cozy. There's Sheba. She's cozy.
It's cozy.
Dad's barbecuing. Pork chops, no big deal. Potatoes on the stove. What more do you want? I have to stop this clip because there's music playing. See you in the next one. Just had a really, it's gonna get dark, sorry. It's gonna be like the beginning of that last video I did. I just had a great dinner with Mom and Dad. Trying to stay strong, knowing that it's like the second to last dinner I'll have with them. It's not like the last dinner, but if you know what if you know what's going on, then you know what I mean. And now I've just come over to the van to get two things with my new lighting. I didn't come to get the lighting. I came to get this, my little mini tripod, and another beer, because Mom and I are going to play a game of crib, and I figure I need to get some practice in, because my last game of the summer 2021 crib tournament between Lindsay and I will be right back here at this very spot, and I know I'm just I'm just pointing into darkness right now, but it is the house at Sanctuary. This is where it will be in about 2 weeks' time. This is what I'm drinking tonight. And it's funny, I should be drinking more local, like I should be drinking Begbie or Stanley Park or Nelson, but I'm drinking Big Rock. They had it in stock. I'm not even a fan of the Tragically Hip, but this is a pretty good lager. Matt's on a roll. I was green, Mom was blue. Lindsay, final game. We're doing lucky. Such a nonsense. All right, so Mom and I just had a stalemate on Yahtzee. I won the first one, she won the second one. Oh, she doesn't want me to show him yet. We're gonna show him the board if he hasn't seen it already. Although I doubt he has because it's very dark out. So I figured this might be something you would want to have here.
Yeah, your brother figured it out on his own.
But you might want this.
Oh, no way. That's pretty cute. That's a really cute idea.
And I figured maybe next time she's here, we can start Brooklyn at the bottom.
Let's do it.
So I don't know where you want to put it, whatever, but
Well, we can put
in the house or in the garage or wherever, yeah.
We'll put it in here.
Yeah.
This is.
I tore that off like the morning that we left, and I was like, it's gonna come. There was nails on it.
I'm really glad that you guys did that. That's actually really cute.
Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute.
You liked it, eh?
He liked it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, eh?
And there's that for you.
What's it?
Boom. Nice part of the club. He doesn't make it now. Did you come home? You were gone for 8 days. And now you're in the motorhome. Aries, a little escape artist. Or actually not so much an escape artist considering you have the run of the place, but when you don't come back for 8 days, it scares people, sir. You guys stay here. We gotta do some laundry. A little bit won't kill you. I figure before we hit the road first thing in the morning tomorrow, we may as well take advantage of where we are. So we're gonna do some laundry, bedding especially, because who knows the next time I'll get to do it. Just kidding, I hear the cities are filled with things called laundromats. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the last day of, I guess, me being parked outside a permanent residence. No, that's not right. But it's the last day of like sort of spending this final time with my family, which still sounds weird because I'll always be able to come out and see them. But this is still a moving trip, right? I still got the U-Haul trailer that I have to haul back tomorrow and return to the U-Haul lot in Calgary. And I will be doing that journey by myself. Parents will be staying here. My little brother will be staying here, obviously. And then we will be back in the big city in the van. The van that I've been building out since March of this year. And it's really cool. I don't have any other words to describe it right now. Like, there are a lot of words I could use to describe it, but it's just going to be me absolutely gushing. And I'm completely aware that there's going to be a honeymoon phase with this whole experience where it just kind of feels like, I don't know, kind of like maybe an experiment that I'm doing or something. But I also know on the other half of my brain, the logical side, that it's not an experiment and it's what we've been shooting for, what we've wanted to achieve, and now it's actually going to be starting. It's a little nerve-wracking, a little exciting, a lot of exciting, and it's just still haven't quite let sink in the fact that my entire family is going to be staying here. But yeah, just gotta live today like any other day, and the next chapter's going to begin. It's coming whether I want it to or not, which again sounds weird. I'm trying to think of all these epic things to say, whether I wanted to or not. No, it's happening, and I like that it's kind of having this beautiful scenery as almost a conclusion to this like opening chapter or first season of my van life, however you want to sort of look at it or consider it. I guess it's kind of up to me how I label it. But I like that it's sort of coming to this conclusion, this finale here, and then the next chapter is going to be completely different, because when I go back to the city, the house where I've been staying while I built out the van is no longer available, right? The only thing that remains in the city is my dad's old car, which he has to come and get. I don't know when he's going to do it, later next week or something. But it's parked outside our old neighbors' houses, and I got to go there to get my daughter's car seat and a few other things that I have to take over to my cousin's house. But other than that, it's all new chapter. So there definitely has to be a defining break, and I guess this is it. So I don't really know what's going to happen today. It's Sunday, and Sunday here in the cusp anyway, the town that's up the highway, nothing's open except Mountaintop Coffee. So maybe we go in and see the boys to get a cup of coffee, or maybe we just hang around here. My sister-in-law is making a turkey dinner tonight for myself, my parents, her parents, Byron, my little brother, and our cousin David. And then it's going to have to be an early turn-in because I need to get out of here. Not that I want to, but I need to get out of here by like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning at the latest, because it's a long haul back to Calgary, and with the highway closed right now, I still got to do that detour through Radium. For now, just going to kind of enjoy whatever happens around here today. Had breakfast with mom and dad in their RV right over there, right behind a house. Got some laundry going and just going to relax. Oh, the opening shot with Aries. So if you watched my first BC video where I brought my daughter out here, actually it was the second video where he showed up, Aries popped up in one of the clips, and it's one of their little farm cats. He's a little mouse around here. Well, when I was here last time, which was just a week ago, he didn't make an appearance, and I guess he didn't show up all week. And then when we got here on Friday, he still hadn't shown up, didn't show up yesterday. And then this morning, Stephanie knocks on the van and I open the door and she's holding Aries and he had just come home. So that's what that was all about. And then he came over and visited us in the RV. But yeah, he had buggered off for a week, just having a bender, as cats do. But it's still nerve-wracking, especially when you're out here and there's nothing but wildlife around you. Your mind tends to run wild. But either way, glad to have you back, little buddy. Exporting a video. Perfect. Got it. Don't ask me. Don't even talk to me about my windows. That's going to be on the to-do list. What I want to do is I've got these seat back organizers or whatever, and my initial thought was I was going to hack it here because I don't need it on the back of my seat, right? I have one on the passenger seat that, depending on whether or not Brooklyn's with me, it's flipped one way or the other, and my driver's seat backs right up to my electrical station, so I don't need this one on there with a whole bunch of stuff. But this is a completely unused space on the rear door, so I figured, hey, why don't we get this guy here? And initially I thought he'd be too long, so I was going to cut it here, cut that top half off, which is like for water bottles and a tablet, and mount this here. But I'm now noticing that might work still. Just do it like that and like that. And I'm just going to use some self-tapping screws to attach them to the MDF board, and then we'll have some more storage. Then what we don't need are these straps, so those can come off. I was just going to get rid of this, and then I thought, wait a second, it doesn't really go in line with the rest of this channel. Use what you got and don't pull the knife towards your face. There, there's that. I off-centered it. My concern now, though, is when the door closes. Let's see. I know a lot of people put those fold-down tables on these outside doors, but I don't really see myself doing a lot of cooking back here, considering this is my bed and I wouldn't want to splash onto it. You know what I mean?
Been out for your walk already?
I went down and saw the chickens, but I didn't.
You want to go down a lake? Or?
Sure.
Yeah?
You want to go?
I'm headed down. I thought I might take Hark with me.
Oh, we're going to take Harkonnen. We're being brave. So I'm going to put a pin in this, come back and finish it after going for a walk down to the water, because last day. No chickens for you, Harkonnen. Go. There's a boat.
Welcome to God's country. There, here, and everywhere. Amen.
Big deal. Now I really need a shower, so I better do that before we leave today too, or tomorrow. But anyways, let's try and get this done, because I guess Steph wants to take some baking into the shop later. So I'm probably gonna tag a ride with her. So let's see if we can get this thing up, so that way I feel like I've actually done some van build stuff. Or maybe she's ready to go right now. What? Nope.
You want to have a shower? Yeah, bring a bunch of stuff.
Sure, right now? You ready to go?
There's like 15 minutes left on the scones.
15 minutes on the scones, and then we're going. She wants to play some crib. Here we go again. Just like I was putting the panels on, it's going to be a pain in the butt. He's been a big suck now.
Well, he's always like this, which is why I was like blown away that he was gone for 8 days. I was like, he's for sure dead because he just loves people too much.
Oh, monster. Oh, yeah, I still haven't shown her the inside, and it's a disaster, so we're not doing a tour right now.
Oh.
Where's my what? My kids? They're over. The cats. They're in the cage over there. Oh, and Dad's. Never mind. Right? Yeah. Should probably do the bottom corners as well, though, just to be on the safe side. You can put all sorts of little knickknacks in here. All sorts of little knickknacks. No, that's... Right? Perfect. Let's get that filled with stuff. Well, maybe later, because we're probably going into town to deliver some delicious pastries.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Man, it smells good in here. Look at that back seat.
Schnaggers.
Pumpkin spice lumps of deliciousness. Scones.
Yeah.
And cookies. I don't want to be the only city dweller left.
Yeah, that's rough.
All right, so we need to start work on this van, start turning it into a livable space. It is going to be a process for sure. And the first thing I got to do is basically gut this thing right down to the bare metal. We've got paneling on the sides here, right? I think they were drywallers. They built this sort of like makeshift wood shelving thing. We're gonna rip that out. We're gonna see if we can reuse some of that wood as well. And then I've already taken out the cage part, which was right here. That fit in this space here. There you go. But the rest of the bulkhead is still in, so I just gotta get that all out. Maybe throw it up on Kijiji, see if anybody has use for it, because I do not. And I definitely want to be able to go from the driver's seat straight into the living space. So yeah, we're going to, that's the plan for now. It's probably not going to be one day, if I'm being honest. Get the scones, get the scones. Don't open? I wanted to open the hatch, because now we've got this happening. What'd you do to your muffins?
Those muffins and the scones have to come.
Uh-oh. Get it all. Didn't get no power balls. That's a good camera angle. We need those ball things too?
Mom made those.
Do we need those?
Yeah, we'll come back to it.
Okay.
What?
Look at this
I'm not
guy.
buying any.
Quickly.
Wolves and stuff. So was Matthew.
Because we don't know how to carry
I don't
anything.
have any containers.
No containers, we just bring gifts.
Stones.
And we're back at Mountaintop Cafe. Vlog. You know this guy. And if
Oh,
you
it's a video.
don't,
Hi.
It's Mr. Mountaintop Coffee.
Mr. Mountain, that's Mr. Mountaintop to you. You won't need them all.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe it's over.
Maybe it's over.
Cheers. What the? I should have brought my tumbler.
Allocation of
Yeah,
called allocation. Yes, please. Yes, you will have a regular mug.
Byron just made me go long for a croissant and it exploded in my hand.
The fluffiest of croissants.
It really is.
that's when they deflate because it feels like it was half of what you were originally eating.
I know, right? God, it's like a bag of chips. But it's everywhere.
That's okay. I got it. Absolutely.
I own the place.
Fire sign. This place used to have integrity. From when we took it over.
Tired? Feel sleepy? I'm exhausted. And I want to do this drive somewhere else.
Very carefully and gently.
I don't know if I'll ever see you guys again.
Of course, you're.
I'll do it in the last one. Last man standing.
Gotta run the border.
Run the border.
I'll meet you at field.
Can't even go that way. Highway's closed. Started construction. East of Golden.
So we would have to go to the Crow's Nest?
Radium. Sunday, rest? Wow, coffee. Get the
We're
coffee.
the only place open.
Right? In this whole town, but it's still bustling. It's still busy. Look at all these people.
Very busy.
We can't even go to the hardware store today. They closed too.
We just got a new tattoo artist in town.
I heard David saying that about the cards at the front
She
there.
came in this
something.
morning. She's like super tall.
Yeah.
She's all tatted up. She's like, oh yeah, I'm working at the Hungry Barber, so I'm just.
I saw that on the way out of town the other day, last weekend.
Yeah, she's really
Hungry
cool. She does like
Barber.
traditional Japanese style.
Oh?
So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll get some.
Oh my God. So next time we see Byron, there's not going to be much of his neck
Just
left. It's just
spider webs everywhere.
coming up the back of his head onto his face, maybe.
It's
Like
like
this.
a barracuda. Just like the ugliest fish you can get. Just like,
The ugliest fish you can
I'll
get.
just be like the terrible Post Malone.
Itchy feels icky. I'm telling Byron he needs to get salted caramel stuff for the shop for me. And he's like, you're not even going to be here. I was like, well, if you have salted caramel.
Yeah, I'll come for the salted caramel.
That's right.
We're all out of salt.
As long as he does peppermint mocha around Christmas. You know, the one time I probably won't be able to drive here.
Like candy cane mocha.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that
It's so easy to do.
it's chocolate and crushed candy.
Yeah. But it's
Who doesn't like that?
It's white chocolate.
This is the first time I've talked about Christmas this early in the year, and it's not making me depressed because it's all about snacks and delicious drinks. No. But talking about it this earlier in the year, like it's not like it's not even Halloween yet.
I got my own bang this morning. They look awful. They're way too short.
Braid it.
You gotta bring your head up.
Oh, it's not long enough to braid.
Says you.
No paparazzi, please.
One dread.
I think David will give me a hot chocolate.
Oh yeah. Our hot chocolate supposedly.
I know, that's what Dad just said.
Yeah, exactly. See ya. What?
Well, I've spent time with everybody else today except you. Can I have a hot chocolate?
Yeah. What size would you like? Customer service mode engaged.
Yeah, it's just the biggest one, I guess. figure out whatever will kill me and then knock it back a bit. This is this new tattoo artist that's in town?
Yeah.
Oh, Jenny. Nice. That's cool.
I mean, I could use another tattoo, I feel like.
Hey, Byron wants to get one on his face, he said. That's great.
We're gonna get the mountaintop logo just tattooed on each side of the cheeks.
Right here. Like a teardrop, but mountaintop.
Once you've made 100 lattes.
Well, somebody's drink is here.
Yeah, that's Steph's.
Should I take it to her?
Well, she said she's coming back.
She may not, though. She's in leave mode. She might just go up the side of the building.
Some people drink their drinks when they're hot.
I know. I'm going to take it to her. Is there a lid for this? Here, we'll do a good deed for the day. We'll take this to stuff. Oh, dang. Okay, we'll make it look like we were actually trying. There. We were going to bring it outside to you.
Oh, this is so cute and small. What is that? It's just a little, it's just a small. It's a lavender. Lavender, oh, really good. Yeah.
A little bit of honey. A lot of honey. This is ridiculous. What are you doing?
Waiting.
For what?
A kiss.
Oh, Byron.
Byron.
We require your assistance.
Oh, this isn't COVID friendly.
What if I got it on the way home?
Well, don't introduce that until after.
What do I want him to draw on the top of my hot chocolate? I said the VanlifePLUS movie.
That's a van. You see it? That's a van.
You see it?
And then there's like some splorts. Just some splorts.
And then some splort?
That's a van.
Oh, he nailed it.
Those
Look
are the
at
two wheels right
Yeah, yeah,
there. And
yeah.
then it's like.
Oh, that makes sense. Well done. Well done. High five. And what the heck? This is the worst service in the world.
We're just doing quality control, sir, to make sure that your hot chocolate tastes delicious.
Ooh, Byron made it look more like a balloon. Thanks, David. Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Pretty good?
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. I asked Byron to get salted caramel stuff and do that.
Actually, I like salted caramel.
Yeah. See? This is the mask Byron's going to use when they force him that and they tell him that he absolutely has to wear a mask.
We're in compliance with all provincial health mandates.
There's a thumbnail for you.
Now, would you like oat, almond, or soy?
I can barely hear you. That's crazy. Reminds me of the Crazies.
I am your father.
Or that. So these came with it, and I'm going to steal one of these stickers for the van. I just don't know which one yet. Probably this one,
You
though.
have a $100 filter that will protect you from coronavirus and also mustard gas.
The second one's on its way.
Nice. There.
Nice. Way to go.
Hacked it out with my knife. It wouldn't come out on its own. We'll take that guy and put it in the van.
All the maple leaves you don't see in Calgary.
Oh, so that's where we get it for our flag. Yep.